Pretty sure that one's placed right here. And that one. Looks like a possible nest. There's a bend into it right here. There's a second bend that goes right over top of the root system and then tucked. Look at all these small ones. They're all just bent everywhere in here. One's leaned up there. Look at this one, guys. So you got the bend, right? That's really cool. There's another one right there. And then you got this one broke down. Wow. Got kind of a fork one right here. I think that one's placed. But then there's one jammed in sideways. It's a trident, actually. A little trident. There's a seat spot right there. See the perfect X? Right there's a seat spot. I'm in seat spots right now. You see that one bent over, that one placed in there. There's a seat spot right here. Look at this little X, sideways X right here. That's really cool. Look at that. That's a beautiful little seat spot. X'd, bent and then X'd. And then you got the browned out leaf hangs right here. 3 of them. You know, I get comments once in a while, like, you know, saying that everything for me is Bigfoot. No, there's just that many Sasquatch out here to where there's that much evidence if you know what you're looking for. Look at that. There's three placed here. 1, 2, and 3, and then this one comes into it. These are like trident ones here. I'm really curious about this birch. This is an amazing bend here. So here's the ones you'd think. It looks like a print, right? Look at that thing. But it's not deep. You know, people find this all the time, like even with toes, but they don't go deep into the snow. My daughter found 2 in a row, had the toes and everything, but you know, it's like it was, you know, not much weight to it, which is weird, you know. Yeah, where the heck is that one? That one's a fresh break right there. I mean, within the last 5-6 months. Look at this bend here. Here's one nothing fell on. Bent. It'll be tucked over here. This is a seat spot, and this is what I talk about. They love these root systems. These are seat spots right here. Look at this. Really cool. But they got a pile of bends here. It's actually hollowed out right in there, guys. That one there, that's placed and suspended. Yeah, look at it. Look at all 3 of these come to the central point. This one's placed right here. Yeah, you know, I've been getting comments. I think it's Richard King, but and other people, they're excited for the spring summer videos, and I am also. I'm so excited. This is pretty recent. I mean, within probably last fall. There's one area I should have went back to sooner, but it was 2 years before I got in there. First year I started Sasquatch and I didn't know a whole lot. I went in there and I had that candle and brisk iced tea bottle taken. But I've been in there recently, 2 times now. And I was kicking myself for not going back there in 2 years. Because it's what I know now. It is a phenomenal spot. You know, and I appreciate all you guys' comments and I appreciate the support. And I enjoy doing this. I love doing this. And I love to be able to share it. Look at that X. Right there. Dead center of the screen. There's a beautiful bend back in there too. Another X. There's seat spots here, guys. This is, and I knew this from the road right out here. The structure and right on the road. I figured this would be the seat spot area, the main spot. Look at that. That X. X's. 3 of them. Perfect X. I love the asterisks. So this one goes from, and this ain't big. They don't have to be, you know. You know what some people think are the others, areas that are more kind of messy like this, ain't just the others. I had a clear sighting of a massive Sasquatch in a area that was like this. Anyways, but at the same time, I also videoed 2 in an area like this that had the, I'm almost certain it's like the 3 to 4 foot tall ones. They're not big, but they resemble Sasquatch a lot. Look at that though. That to me is beautiful with the X, and then how it comes down out of that. See where it's on point with this X? This one's on point, kicks out of it, and then comes down to a second X and makes an asterisk. That is beautiful to me. And look at that. This one will come pretty on point with that. Comes out of that into another X. They have this one here coming up. Look at this. There is literally where this one comes up, comes into the X, comes over, right? Crosses this one. But then they placed, these are placed, I gotta get my flashlight out. There's 1, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them placed right here. There's, look at them, they're laid in there. 1, 2, I know I counted 4. There's 1 there. 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one's the one brought in. And the one brought in, the next spot up, is tucked behind the branch to hold it there. that though. That's so cool. Yeah, look at that X. There's seat spots all over right here. Holy moly. It's that there won't be any or very little sign of Sasquatch right now here in Minnesota. And the structuring, like, it goes to pretty much nothing for structuring until end of March, beginning of April, and then you start to see the structure. And I get so excited when I see the new structure because I know they're back wherever they are or however they do it. At that point, they're active again. Look at that bend. That is cool. What do we got back there? Look at the X right below it. A little bend to the right of it. Another bend right behind the X. Look at that little tiny bend right behind the X. And look at this branch. Lands perfectly right through the X behind it. They got a Trident Type 1 leaned up in front of me here, which is where that branch is, dead center. They got another one here that they purposely bent inwards to land dead center. Then there's a teepee type structure right there. See where three of them come together, dead center? Right there. That is really cool. Look at that, guys. I mean, really? It's so perfect. So perfect. It all spins right there. Wow. And right above this one is a browned out leaf hang. Try to be careful. Oh yeah. And then they got a second bend here, coming all the way over into that. And then they got a kicker off that, kicking back down into all those little bends I was showing back there. Beautiful, guys. Oh, wow. Look at it from this way. Look at that. Look at that. Double X. Here's a perch spot right there. See the X? See how it's kind of open there? They got another X there. They'll set right there, guys. Man. I fell off the tree. See if I can make it through here. Come on. How cool is that? Into that. Into that. One leaned up in here. I love the smaller structured areas. I think there's a lot more going on. I think it's a lot easier to see how the four-dimensional structuring is, how things line up. And I hope people start paying attention more to the four-dimensional structuring, because it's a big piece of the puzzle, you know. It's like we know they structure and everything's connected and gridded and they structure in certain ways. And, you know, and we're pretty certain it's for energy. So how everything's connected. Now, the four-dimensional structuring, I believe, is important to start to comprehend, because it would make sense, if it's to do with energy, that they'd structure things in a line, and how the tridents point, you know, and it'll point to the center of an X. It's like they're beaming energy. And I think the lining up of the structures, I think, causes their areas to resonate. You know, which could very possibly cause, you know, it's a lot higher energy frequency at that point, or it's more pure. When things resonate, it's more pure. There's a lot of power to when things resonate. I mean, look at glass. It'll shatter. If you resonate glass with frequency, it'll shatter. Wow. Da, 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 da. Behind all this, I think it's gonna get really, really good. Wow, look at those. They're just ripped down. They're all brought in and jammed in there. One's bent. I mean, this had to have been done. It's bent. It's bent down and then wrapped back and tucked back in. Where that bend comes across is where all the other ones meet, right there. Look at this one placed in. They got that little placed one there, and they placed it there. Let's see. Yeah, that couldn't have fell in there, you know. It's underneath everything. They placed it there to land dead center of that bend. Look at it. See, this is what I talk about. Now, energy. See where that kicks out and points? It points right at the central point of all this, right there. Look at that. I mean, there's things here that have to be done. It can't happen unless it was wrapped backwards and tucked. And like that one had to be placed in there because it couldn't fall like that. That's so cool. I don't purposely come out here at night. I mean, I do enjoy it. But if I do night videos, it's because I work all day. And I love coming out here. My goodness. I did one night video in the 20 teepees hangout, and I was growled at, and it sounded like a bobcat growl and stuff. But the growls that I hear that they catch, researchers will catch, they either sound, and they say Sasquatch sounds like a cat, a big lion or a bobcat, or they sound like a cat. So I think it's very possible whatever growled at me is warning me to not come closer, and I think it's very possible that was a Sasquatch. Oh, there's a beautiful X back there. Oh, let's see here. Hit a branch. Let's see. Check this out. That is awesome. And what's dead center behind it? I don't know if I can show that. I think it will show up. You see the one dead center behind it that bends to the right? If they're not here in physical form, then it'll be within a month that they will be. Oh, there might be a teepee back there, guys. That's an amazing bend. So the one that X is here, one bends that way, the other one bends that way, and weirdly enough, neither one are tucked. Oh my goodness. Oh my you should see the structure in there. This is exciting. The one that bends this way, right dead center of another bend. Wait till you see it back here. This is gonna be, oh my goodness. So behind the second wall of stuff is insanity. Holy moly. Oh, if I can get over it. My goodness. Oh, well, that's fresh. That's fresh. Oh, not as fresh as I thought. I think it's deer. I can see where their feet are dragging. Holy moly. Look at this. So many bends. Here, I'll show you the structure I was seeing. There's a beautiful X. One bent this way, it's X right there. That's where that other bend that comes this way, comes to that. That's cool. Look at this. The bend with the lean one in the background. Oh, what was that? Oh, that's a tree back there. Let's see. I want to show you guys this structure. This is beautiful. Look at that. The asterisk. Ah, man. Yeah, I've never been in this hangout. I think, somebody mentioned, thousands of Sasquatch in the U.S. I still think that's an understatement. I think it's 1 million plus. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't doubt if it was in the millions. I really wouldn't. People think I'm nuts, but look at that, guys. Isn't that pretty? Look at that bend. I think it's only going to get better the farther back I go. Here's a seat spot, probably. Here's the prints, right? 2 of them. 1, 2. But they're shallow. And they look like the shape of a foot, Look at that. Anyways, there'll be a seat spot right here. There'll be seat spots all around here. Some are just easier to tell than others. I wanted to get this view of the asterisk. Just trying to figure out. There